What is up, everybody? So I am part of the Marvel Rivals Creator Program, and as you can see, I got early access to our brand new strategist being introduced in Season 5, Gambit, and I could not be happier. I have been playing so much Gambit, it is insane. Like, I have not been hooked on this game this much, like, since it first released. To be honest, I was getting a little bored with the game, but Gambit is such a versatile character, and he's one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. So I want to go over his kit real quick and then show you some gameplay. Like, he is super cool. Not only is he a strategist, but he can, like, hold his own, and you know, he can take people out. Like, one of my issues with the strategists in this game, you're just basically a heal bot and you don't really make big plays aside from just like popping your hey, we're all invincible alt. So like, it's been so nice. It's been so nice playing Gambit. All right. So first off, we have his primary fire. He has a chamber of 21, and as you can see, he tosses 3 cards at a time, which is kind of nice because, like, if you don't have the best aim in the world, like, look, I can aim to the side of this bot and still hit him because the cards fan out. So that's pretty sweet. All right, so that's his primary fire. His right click does like a little staff slam, boom. And here, let me turn off this because I believe his right click also heals allies, yes. So if you're just in a big group fight, you can do one of those. So speaking of a big group fight, he also has his dash, all right, which is amazing. I could just tell you, just playing Adam Warlock to lore, just having a strategist that doesn't have an escape is just so brutal because people are they're just coming at you. They're just coming at you constantly. So he has 2 charges of his dash, but if you right click the little bow staff move, you do one of these. All right. So as you can see, that damages the enemies as well. And he gives you a little bit of a heal. So this is super fun. In the matches I've been playing, like, I'll use that as like just like a finishing move to secure a kill. Like, if I'm just like kind of medium range and there's an enemy right there, I'll just come in and just do one of those, right? And then you kind of Black Panther it. Like, sometimes you go through them, you'll turn around, start hitting him again. So yeah, super cool. So his E and his F, that's when he gets a little bit more complicated. All right, so Gambit is, they have him at a 4-star difficulty. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I've played every single hero early, right? And I have adapted to Gambit the easiest. Like, I've seen people saying he has like such a high skill ceiling, and that might be true, but I also think he's easy to pick up because it's very forgiving, all right? So going over his E and F, and I'll kind of explain what I mean. So his E, he goes into his healing mode. So while you're in this mode, you're actually self-healing as well, which is huge. So if I take these hits, and then I pop my E, as you can see, I'm healing right now. All right, so this is very good. Like, if you need to just heal yourself, maybe your other strategist is in trouble, or they died, or they're healing other people, you can heal yourself with his E, okay? Then, and by the way, look, he has 2 pages, which is sick. So then, if you're in your E, in the Healing Hearts mode, and you hit E again, he sends out a heal that bounces between teammates, which is amazing in group fights. So let me let these guys, so if I'm in my E, now check this out. So it bounced in between these guys. So let me do that again. So see that? So it goes in between them. Now, if I hit F, as you can see, it does the purifying pickup. So when you do this, it launches a cluster of cards in an arc ahead. Explosions heal nearby allies and purify them. So if I go like this, what it's doing, not only is it healing them, but it takes off any negative effects. And if you're wondering what that means, yes, any negative effects. So when you're a strategist, right, you're playing back, you know, whatever, say a Doctor Strange comes in and ults your team, if I do this, it takes them right out of it. If Groot ults, okay, and I do this, it takes them right out of it. So any kind of stun or anything like that, I believe it even works if, I'd have to test it because Hulk's is a little bit different. Like Hulk's stun, like this might take him out of it too, but this is huge. When I was playing earlier, I got my team out of Groot ults, out of Doctor Strange ults, it's amazing. All right, so the E, very, very useful. Now the F, so the F, this, if you just go into the regular mode, similar to your E, if I don't do anything after, so by the way, after you use it, it's gone. So if I use my E, by the way, and then I do this, I no longer am self-healing, okay? So F, if you just go into this state, you get a damage boost. And if you look at my crosshair, you could see where it's draining. So that's how long you have on the damage boost or on the heal before you gotta consume another card. I'll discuss the cards in just a second, okay? So, when I hit F, if I do E, it boops them away. It boops them away. So all those pesky divers that come towards you, you just boop them. Just boop them away. All right. Then if you go into your F state and then you hit F again, check this out. So see there, the health bar? That is an anti-heal, which is amazing. Like I was playing against like, you know, Captain Americas who would pop their ult, or just people who would be coming in and then being healed by their team. Like you just go like this, and you put a little anti-heal on. So his whole kit is just so useful. So let me turn the that off. So like I said, if you look right below the crosshairs, you have 4 cards, okay? And they just charge up over time. You can't like make them charge faster by landing hits or landing heals. They just kind of do their thing, which is something that is going to take skill to use. You have to constantly be checking your resources. So aside from the cooldowns, you're checking your resources. So I just hit my E and I consumed 1 card, and you can see it charging back up, right? So if I do my E, and then I want to do that little bounce move, right? It takes up a 2nd card. So you can't just like spam these. Like if I just go like this, and I spam them, like now I'm sitting there with my E, but I can't do the secondary ability, right? Same thing with the F, because both of those consume cards. So you want to use them sparingly, right? You don't just want to keep spamming them. But like from my experience playing in the game, you can usually just have one of them going, right? Like I'd be sitting back like with my team, and then, you know, I would just be, you know, I would just have my damage boost doing damage, and then I'd be, you know, healing my team. So that's one of the things I want to talk about, where it's like, I think Gambit is easy to pick up even though he has a high skill ceiling, because there's no cost. There's no cost to you using your damage rather than healing, right? So what I mean is if I'm in a fight like this, right, and I'm, you know, kind of like Invisible Woman, I can be behind him, I'm doing my damage boost, and like, not only am I healing him, but I'm doing extra damage to that guy. So it's not like if I go into damage mode, I'm not healing, which is super cool. Super cool. Like if I go into my E mode, I can't, you know, go into damage. But I think that's really cool. Like you are doing damage. One of my issues with rivals that made it get kind of stale was just not being able to make plays. So the fact that you're like a semi-DPS is like amazing, all right? So then we have his ultimate ability. So Raging Royal Flush. Lock onto an ally within sight and unleash multiple aces that heal and purify, okay? So this purifies too. Both enter a kinetic state, granting increased movement speed and jump boost, while enhancing attacks with additional single target explosive damage and providing an ally with ultimate charge acceleration. So check this out. So when you do this, it locks onto them. See those little bubbles around them? So I'm locked onto them right now. And then if let me see if this will work. They go like that, and now see how they have the cards on them too? So the way it makes it sound is that it's only for one ally, but this just went on both those guys, right? Which is sick. So like in a team fight, you just have to like make sure you lock on everybody, and then you just do your thing. So now you can see like I'm a little bit floaty, I'm kind of jumping around like that. So now I'm doing more damage, but if I pop my damage boost too, like I'm like 3-shotting these guys while I'm in my ultimate state. Like, it's so much damage. It's such a good ult. Something I mentioned in my video yesterday was, I think my only concern is that even though Gambit's so good and so versatile and he's not just a heal bot, I'm just curious to see how it works out in the competitive scene, because are you going to want a Gambit in instead of a Luna Snow, instead of a Invisible Woman? You know, somebody who can just do this massive, just invincibility shield, you know what I mean? So it'll be super interesting, but I have just been having so much fun playing with him. But yeah, I can't wait for the season to start. And by the way, before I jump into some gameplay, like I've been around since the first alphas and betas, and let me tell you, when new characters come out, I know a bunch of us strategist mains were like worried that everybody who's not strategist are gonna be taking Gambit, and the key here is patience. Every single time, like it's just like Ultron, right? After a week or two, you gotta understand, DPS players are addicted to playing DPS. They have to play DPS. They're not gonna be able to play Gambit because like there's a certain psychology behind them where they have to play like an annoying like Black Panther or Spider-Man and be diving the backline, or like a Psylocke. They can't help themselves. They're not just gonna be like, well, I guess I'm a Gambit main now, even though that's what everybody's saying. So just don't worry, be patient, give it a couple weeks, try to get them. Make sure you're utilizing the strike squad thing so you could select them faster, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna show you some gameplay so you can see a little bit of Gambit in action. But that's all I got for this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. I am hooked on Marvel Rivals again. I'm gonna be making a ton of content. I'm gonna be grinding Gambit to Lord, making some guides and all that kind of stuff, and you don't wanna miss it. All right, but anyways, enjoy this gameplay.
Enjoy this more.
Shield! I see.
Breaks in his turret.
Unlucky. Good. Without time when it's drawn.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. To capture the mission area!
Now you do the same for me. Gambit enjoyed that a little too much. My meat was great. Odin's spear. Ooh, wait! That hit the spot.
Hostile fire from behind. If you wish to survive, you must
I
prepare.
appreciate you.
You would have failed without me.
You might want to stay out.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. What is this conflict?
As good as new.
Control C's!
Gambit got your back. What? You expected Gambit to throw some beans?
My friends are here!
It's a storm of acorns. Well fought.
Oh, a touch of healing.
I am Asgard's Gambit might. got your back. Got me good.
Here they are.
Ooh, wait, maybe that hit the spot. Judge, jury, executioner!
Ultron reigns supreme.
Gambit never falls!
Extermination!
Now you do the same for me.
Half of the mission area. Keep going. Double KO!
I am strengthened for battle. We still got a name. Gambit got your back.
Your gun keeps low. Frank.
By the eye of Agamotto!
You are nothing! Glory is almost yours!
Back in the day. Still got an edge. Just the boost I need. Your powers are mine! Judge, jury, executioner! By the eye of Agamotto!
You are nothing!
You thought you got rid of me? Not a chance. Judge, jury, executioner! Found me some of the fire.
Extermination!
Now you do the same for me, Lee. As good as new. Oh, you stirred, Frankie. Am I supposed to be unlucky? I am as God's might!
Never.
I unleash the Vishanti power! Well fought! Hey, hit me!
Almost got it!
Ultron Burner is real.
I appreciate
Ooh, wait!
it.
That hit the spot.
Larry's almost done!
What? You expected Gambit to throw some beads?
My friends are here!
Ultron freeze.
You're doing better than they are!
Those beams appear to be hostile.
Gambit never fall! Good medicine.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Gambit got your back.
Double KO!
You got too much power, GD. Have to keep you in check.